People who actually give a fuck about animals do not give up on them. They do not throw them in a stir fry when they feel hungry or gassy or get a pimply face. They take responsibility and they do not stop until they find a cruelty-free answer to the issues. People who actually give a fuck about animals do not give up on them. They do not throw them in a stir fry when they feel hungry or gassy or get a pimply face. They take responsibility and they do not stop until they find a cruelty-free answer to the issues.
Anybody see any irony here? They do not give up. People who give a fuck about the animals don't just stop giving a fuck about the animals when their health falls apart. They continue. They sacrifice their lives for the animals. They take responsibility for doing what's right. Freelee. No longer Freelee the banana girl. Apparently she dropped her surname perhaps after her separation with Durian Rider. Freelee and Durian Rider being equally responsible for probably more failed vegan diet experiments and more people leaving veganism than almost any other people on YouTube. Freelee says you don't just give up on the animals, you take responsibility. Of course, she also had a video called I Had an Abortion, and yes, I would do it again. Freelee the banana girl, she put this video out the other day talking about why I'm no longer vegan, responding to the slew of vegan YouTubers who are leaving the inanity of the vegan religion. Many of them due to the behavior of walking stereotypes like Freelee. So we're going to take a look at Freelee's video today, promising to save veganism. It's called Why I'm Still Vegan. I think I'm going to title this video, Why I'm Still Not Vegan. Because I'm not so sure that Freelee is going to convince me. So first of all, let's just comment on the sad condition of her physical state. Right? I mean, this is not fun seeing anybody this emaciated. Even with somebody who's been so openly hateful and spiteful online, even though this person has put out videos saying, should meat eaters be forced to be vegan? When she claims that meat eaters should be killed, that we shouldn't allow these people to live if they've seen earthlings already and continue eating meat. Freelee, who's also put out videos like, I forced my younger boyfriend to get a vasectomy. And another video called Mandatory Vasectomies and Parents Need a License to Breed. Now, even with all this vitriol and all this anti-human stuff that this woman puts out, just totally deranged, demonic thoughts that this woman is projecting out into the webosphere here, I still feel shitty looking at this woman. Look at her arms, man. Look at the shoulders. Look how bony that is. Goodness. All right, so let's hear what Freelee has to say.
Because I love how strong I am on a vegan lifestyle. Fuck spending a half hour on the toilet trying to squeeze out dry torpedoes and leave it smelling like a corpse. Animal lovin' ain't shoving them in the fucking oven. I don't want to smell their burning flesh as I'm walking down the street. Basically, I want to create a world where humans aren't sick fucks. Okay, so today...
Okay, so right off the bat, what is this? She's got a green screen. She's projecting a black background on the green screen. I don't know if she's still in Ecuador or if she's in Thailand. Right? I'm not sure where Freelee the banana girl is haunting these days. I'm not sure what region of the world she's graced her beautiful bony presence with. But what is this going to be like one of these Goji Man jump cut videos? The level of like writtenness and rehearsedness that this video exudes is kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just critical of the jump cuts because I'm used to so many of these vegans and
This video is about why I'm still vegan and why I'll always be vegan. You know, I've had enough of this necrophilic society, and as vegans, we must push back. We need to make these why I'm still vegan videos go viral and crush these why I'm no longer vegan videos that you see going viral around the internet at the moment. I mean, I don't care whether you like me or hate me or agree with my approach or whatever. The animals don't give a fuck either. If you really, truly care about animals, you will make one of these videos and stand up for the animals, because this is fucking serious. This is their life.
What animals do you speak for, Freelee? What animals do you speak for? So do you care about all the field mice that get threshed up and the wheat threshers? Do you care about all the insects that get destroyed by the pesticides? Do you care about the bacteria that get destroyed from all the glyphosate that gets sprayed to feed you vegans your soy, wheat, and corn? You don't care about those animals, right? It's about the cows. It's about the pigs and the chickens, right? I've got 10 hens out there constantly laying us eggs, constantly giving us a source of food with minimal input. We give them small amounts of corn that gets grown right here, organic corn that gets grown right here in our valley. And we give them meat and scraps from the table, scraps from our home, and garden greens, and they go around eating bugs all day. And they lay us eggs, and we feed those eggs to our children. It gives us fat-soluble vitamins. It gives us the nutrition we need not to deteriorate physically like we see so many people in the vegan movement doing. Right? It gives us the nutrition we need, these animal foods, without need for any imports or exports. We are able to feed our families in this valley. No food needs to be imported at all to an area that's properly using animal husbandry and properly using the land. But for the animals, we have to stop doing this, right, Freelee? I mean, what about a cat? Is it okay if a cat kills a mouse? What about my dogs? Are you one of the low-kill policy vegans? We just kill some of the dogs? Or are you all about scorched earth, like you are with the babies, as you promote vasectomies, mandatory vasectomies, and abortion? Because we all know that, according to Freelee, science shows that an embryo or fetus is not a sentient being who can experience pain. So a fetus, which at 3 months will react very, very dramatically to an ultrasound, it acts like it's in pain. It reels back. They fight when they get exposed to those frequencies. A fetus at 9 months, it's still a fetus, right? So that's not sentient, right? You kill a 9-month-old baby, that's cool, right, Freelee? Where's the consistency in veganism? That's all I'm asking for. Be consistent. I mean, at least Isaac, Ask Yourself, and Vegan Games are openly genocidal. And I guess, Freelee is. She is relatively consistent in her anti-human stance, asking people to sacrifice themselves for the animals. The animals which she's clearly never touched, which she doesn't really give a shit about, as she sells her ebooks, as she pushes the 30 bananas a day diet, which the banana trade is absolutely destroying the coast of my country here in Ecuador. Okay, if you've never visited the coast of some of the Latin American countries that are exporting bananas and seen the environmental degradation, see the health issues in the population because they're being exposed to all the pesticides. They're getting sprayed on these things that they cover with plastic bags as they cruise planes over these fields, these just hectares and hectares of banana trees, and spray them with pesticides. You don't care about the insects. You don't care about the mice that you kill. You don't care about the human beings that you kill, or promote killing, or sterilizing permanently. What do you care about? The animals? What animals? What animals are asking you to speak for them? Skellahor. Let's move on.
Okay, so title the video, why I'm still vegan. Put in the first line of the description, hashtag why I'm still vegan. Go around and comment and like on other people's Why I'm Still Vegan videos. We need to make them go viral. Seriously, my bullshit meter, my bullshit allergy is at an all-time high.
Just got to comment again on how painful it looks to be in her body, right? Imagine having that intense of sarcopenia. You know, I mean, I'm wondering how many naps a day Freelee's needing to take just to get a video like this shot, which is obviously super scripted and highly edited. How many times are you just dozing off during the day, Freelee? Freelee, who also says publicly that a menstrual period is just detox, and losing your period is a sign of being super clean and cleanly. This is Freelee, the perfect example, not only of the unhinged, emotionally charged, I hate you, daddy, vegan, but totally embodying how anti-human these people really are. Promoting sterilization of men, promoting abortion, and also promoting the sterilization of women following her diet, telling them that when they lose their fertility, it is a good sign. It's a good thing when you starve yourself so skinny that you can't have a baby, because that period blood is just the evil sin of the meat leaving you.
You know, to this whole fucking movement that is going on. So we need to fight back, make these videos. So why am I still vegan? I'm still vegan because I don't want to live in a world where it's normal to use and abuse other animals. Fuck being part of a global society that thinks it's okay to rape, torture, shoot, skin, stab, slice, dice, and eat billions of animals every year for no good fucking reason. Those are not my ethics. That is not my community. I mean, I don't want to be part of a society that values six-packs and thigh gaps over the life of an animal.
The irony, right? I didn't want to live in a society that values six-packs and thigh gaps over the animals. Freelee, you withering hick. You built your whole fucking career being Durian Rider's token thigh gap. Your whole career, all your ebooks, all the bullshit that you've been selling, 30bananasaday.com was built on your stank-ass thigh gap, Freelee. What the fuck are you talking about?
Where skin texture is more important than whether your food had a face or not. I don't want to...
And then here she says, well, skin texture, just some skin. Where you having a body and living is more important than the animals. What do you mean skin texture? So she's talking about all the skin issues people get on a vegan diet. How they start pouring pus out of their freaking face because of the nutrient deficient, toxic vegan diet that these people are promoting. And that's the reason why a lot of these people are leaving. A lot of them get in it for the six-packs and the thigh gaps that Freelee markets. They get into it because you're marketing your freaking busted-ass thigh gap, Freelee. And you're going to say, I'm sick of these people for getting into veganism for that. What a joke. What a projection. And then, I forget, what does she say?
Is more important than whether your food had a face or not. Skin texture is more important than whether your food had a face or not.
Skin texture. Skin texture. She's directly referencing the massive problems people get with their skin. And she's saying that's not as important as the poor crickets and the cows and the chickens getting killed. Your health falling apart. Oh, it's just vanity. Oh, all your muscles are deteriorating. Oh, you're getting sarcopenia and osteopenia. Oh, you need knee replacements now because you're nutrient deficient. You're not getting fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin K2, vitamin A, and your central nervous system's not working, so you're depressed and schizophrenic as well. Whoa! You can start eating the animals again, you abuser. You see the suffering that your diet is causing humans. Do you see the suffering that your diet is causing cats and dogs? So vegans put on a vegan diet even though they're obligate carnivores. And do you not see the irony here in what you're saying?
I don't want want to be a member of a civilization so fucking sick that every year over 10 million humans eat themselves into an early grave. I don't want to...
Speaking of eating yourselves into an early grave, what do you think 30 bananas a day does? Right? When you're all done detoxing your fertility and your period's gone and you've already detoxed all your hair out and then your teeth get detoxed out.
Meet the same fate, if you know what I'm saying. I'm still vegan because I don't want to see dead animals on plates. I don't want to have to dodge their hacked up body parts as I'm reaching for my tofu in the supermarket. I don't want to...
So get the fuck out of my country. Get the fuck out of Ecuador. I don't even think she's in Ecuador anymore, but this chick was trying to spread some, I'm living the dream off the grid in Ecuador. Get the fuck out of here. You don't speak a word of Spanish. You have no respect for the culture. You don't understand that these people's livelihood, these people's health, these people's ability to stay alive off the land that they live on without having to import Nestle and export for General Mills. Their lives depend on animal agriculture, you foolish fool. You're a buffoon. Get the fuck out of here. You don't want to see flesh on the shelves? Don't come to Ecuador.
Smell their burning flesh as I'm walking down the street. You know, I'm sick of having to avoid...
I mean, sorry to pause again, but it just shows you how much this woman hates being alive. She's got species dysmorphia. Not only does she have total body dysmorphia, right? Mutilating herself with fake plastic tits. Withering herself on her high carb diet, her all fruit diet. The most intense body dysmorphia one can think of is veganism. Not only is it body dysmorphia, it's species dysmorphia. When she walks down the street and she smells the food that her neighbors are making for their family to feed their beautiful little children, which she sees as a cancer on the planet, she's thinking about nothing other than, I hate you. That's what this woman is thinking. This is the hatred that Freelee the banana girl has for humanity. She can't stand the smell of humans' food.
Avoid other humans as they celebrate over an animal's dead body. Basically, I don't want to be surrounded by torture, disease, death, everywhere I fucking go. So I make sure
It shows you that's what she sees. She sees torture, disease, death. Right? That's what's swimming around inside of her, just oozing from her, beaming from her eyes. Torture, disease, death. And you hear this from so many of these vegans. Right? Joey Carstrong talking to a 12-year-old boy over and over again, fantasizing about slitting the boy's dog's throat and hooking him like a fish, the dog. Over and over again, fantasizing about this. These violence fantasies that they love to act out verbally, vegans. It's a total obsession with death, a complete fear of death, and a complete relinquishing of what it actually is to be human. And the submission to a totally inane worldview that puts you on the same level with all the animals. And Freelee doesn't believe that you were made in the image of God. Veganism rejects that outright. Veganism wants to give animal rights to humans. Veganism wants to give rights to the cows. Because cows are people too. And the dogs and cats are people too. While at the same time, people like PETA and these other vegans at like Animals Australia, the people that are running these are openly supporting killing in mass these animals. Euthanasia for the animals. Now, when you've got the animal rights and the animals have got the human right, I wonder if these vegans are still going to be having a low-kill policy.
don't support that system through my actions and my purchase. I'm still vegan because although most humans have been trained to be selfish assholes, like I was before, I still have a fuck left for the human race.
She still has a fuck left for the human race. That's disgusting, Freelee. Is that what she just said?
Fuck left for the human race. Fuck left. I still have a fuck left for the human race. I still have a fuck left for the human race. I still have a fuck left for the human race. I still believe this species can turn shit around and actually start giving a fuck about animals.
How many times can you drop the F-bomb unnecessarily in a video? There's just something about listening to Freelee and Durian Ryder that's just the trashiness, it just oozes out of these people. All right, we gotta finish, guys. Let's go.
That's why I cannot support a practice that kills more humans than all the wars, murders, and traffic accidents combined. I'm still vegan because
Not being vegan kills more humans than wars, traffic accidents, and everything. Not being vegan is the only reason that anybody dies, gets sick, gets pimples, ever. Ever. The only reason for anything bad in the world is, guess what? Not enough veganism, according to these nutcases. Wow.
Because animals exist on this earth with me, not for me, not for my use. Their bodies do not belong to me. Their fate is not up to me. So I leave them the fuck alone. Simple. Because cows are not milk machines.
Not only is she rocking the thigh gap, she's got the arm gap, dude. When the arm gap shows up, right? When they've got like their arms are sticking out and that is... And then what amount of loss of muscle mass and decrease in bone mineral density will Freelee finally realize that she was wrong? At what point will Freelee stop destroying her body and her mind and trying to drag all these other people into her madness and into her psychosis? At what point will she realize that she's been duped? That she's eating a nutrient-deficient, starvation, genocide diet? Look at this woman's arms, this poor woman, right? Oh, goodness, Freelee. You absolutely disgust me, but at the same time, I just feel bad for this woman. Look at that, dual arm gaps. She's rocking that 6-inch thigh gap, got the dual arm gaps. My goodness.
Chickens are not egg machines.
Yes, they are. Chickens are egg machines. Chickens are freaking egg machines. Every one of our hens will lay us an egg every single day if we give them enough scraps. They are egg machines. What are you talking about?
Calves are not handbags. Fish are not oil supplements. Your pigs are not bacon. And a fox is not a fucking fashion item. They are living, breathing earthlings that I share this planet with, that I respect. So I leave them the fuck alone. And I let them get on with their own life. So
you let them get on with their own life. So these animals are allowed to eat other animals, right? I'm trying to get a grasp on what the worldview that Freelee is coming forth from actually believes. What do you believe? All right, so humans have moral agency not to eat other animals, and that is exclusive to human beings, right? Every single other animal in the world, the cats, the big cats, the super predators in the jungle, they're cool to eat animals, right? Now, what about people, right? So you supposedly live in Ecuador. What about a lot of these tribes that live in the Amazon that are eating mostly animal foods, that are living off of fish and small animals and a few very select, very carefully sourced plants? What about those people? Do you care about them? Do you care about all the children who, if they're not given enough vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K2, who don't get enough iron, who don't get enough zinc, who don't get enough of these nutrients that are so deficient on a vegan diet, do you not care about their suffering? About their malnutrition? About the dental caries that are so rampant in the Western world when we replace animal fats with grains? Do you not care about that? Do you not care about the field mice that get thrashed up to make your pasta?
I'm still vegan because my colon is not a fucking graveyard for dead animals. I respect my body so I don't abuse it with cruel foods. Fuck spending a half hour on the toilet trying to squeeze out dry torpedoes and leave it smelling like a corpse. I live for the mental clarity of bulky, fiberful fruit and veggie dumps.
I live for the mental clarity of bulky, fiberful fruit and vegetable dumps. 10 times a day. Freelee, she's like, fuck sitting down on the toilet and squeezing out a nice dry turd, right? Fuck all that. That's terrible. I want to be walking down the street like a cow and just kind of smush one out in between my little wiggling cheeks. Just kind of roll it around in there. Right, so she talks about the skin issues. Don't be a pussy. Deal with it. She talks about the digestive issues. Don't be a pussy. Deal with it. 5 times a day. Blasting ass. With some poop that looks like watermelon juice. Good job. 1 time a day. Right? 1 time a day. Nice one. Nothing. No, not having to pinch. Not having to wipe 100 times. like these carnivore people talk about. That's terrible. I don't want that. That's a badge of honor. Going through 3 rolls of toilet paper a day.
No.
Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen. It's not actually referring to food, you guys. Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen is referring to rolls of toilet paper that you get to use, just so you know.
I don't want tortured pig flesh or hen's periods or bovine secretion in...
Also, eggs are not hen's periods. Eggs are not hen's periods. Eggs are eggs. Eggs are not hen's periods. But I guess, according to Freelee, a baby's just a woman's period up till 9 months, right? Science shows an embryo and a fetus is not a sentient being who can experience pain, therefore cannot be compared to a living, breathing cow, pig, chicken, or other animal. So that 9-month-old fetus, who cares? It's not sentient. But cows are, crickets are, earthworms are.
My salad. I will not eat anything that had a face, a mother, or a heartbeat. I love animals. And animal loving ain't shoving them in the fucking oven. Because I love how strong I am on a vegan lifestyle.
How many times do you think she shot that one? Let's watch this. Let's check it out. Look at how... Oh, it's so sad. Look how every single motion is all calculated. I think she shot that flex shot at least 10 times. Check this out.
I'm in the fucking oven because I love how strong I am on a vegan lifestyle. I'm still vegan.
Come on. Dude, strong? What do you mean strong? You look like you barely drag yourself out of bed, Freelee. Are you kidding me? Freelee, strong? Are you talking about your womanly? You're so strong. You're such a woman. Look at my armpit hair. Look at my armpit hair. Come on, Freelee. And I don't have any problem with not shaving your armpits. But it's so funny. Freelee thinks that she's some sort of a feminist symbol now, right? Check it out, her book, My Naked Lunchbox. Look at her naked lunchbox book. Check out the cover. My Naked Lunchbox. Grow some ovaries. Then make a baby with them. And slay it. Look. Freelee Banana Girl pretending like this third wave feminist crap is something new. Right? Oh, you're so amazing. You're so brave with those armpits, Freelee. Amazing. She dropped the banana from her name, but she gained her womanhood back by rebelliously fighting the patriarchy and not shaving her armpits. She loves how strong she is on a vegan diet.
How strong I am on a vegan lifestyle. I'm still vegan because I don't want to be abused, raped, or tortured by some psychotic human.
Yeah, you dated Durian Rider for like how many years?
How can I expect it to be okay for an animal to be treated the same? I would never kill an animal for my meal. So who the fuck am I to take their life? Basically, I want to create a world where humans aren't sick fucks. A world alive.
Let's get a shot of this. Oh, look at that. I don't think she shot this one as many times as she did her I feel strong on a vegan diet shot. I think this one took a little bit less, but Look at this. Look at the level of corniness in this one.
Take their life. Basically, I want to create a world where humans aren't sick fucks. A world where humans give a fuck about animals and they don't make jokes about animal suffering. Where they care for animals, they protect animals, they respect them, they revere them. And that is the world that I'm creating through my actions and through my purchase. What sort of world are you creating? You know, I want to be part of the solution. I don't want to be part of the problem, because wrong is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. You know, I made a promise to animals that I was not going to intentionally hurt them again. And I will not go back on that. But stop. If you don't like abortions, then fine. Don't get one. But stop interfering in someone else's choice to have one. It is not your body, and it has never been any of your business. In the USA, every day, 1,759 babies are born into poverty. Nearly 1,000 babies are born into extreme poverty. And if people genuinely believe that all life matters, then we need to stop men from ejaculating, seeing as sperms are living organisms too, and every ejaculation kills thousands and thousands of life forms. Hey free girl, so I'm not sure whether this video will actually reach many of you today or even get monetized due to it not being advertiser friendly, but I feel this is a critical topic to cover, seeing abortions are still illegal in many countries in the world.
Oh, Freelee. Oh, Freelee. Oh, Freelee.
Fuck spending a half hour on the toilet trying to squeeze out dry torpedoes and leave it smelling like a corpse. I live for the mental clarity of bulky, fiberful fruit and veggie dumps. No, I don't want tortured pig flesh or hen's periods or bovine secretion in my salad. I will not eat anything that had a face, a mother, or a heartbeat.
She won't eat anything that has a face, a mother, or a heartbeat. Good thing a fetus doesn't have any of those things.